Last Chance U, welcome to Best Chance U. Big city life, rural roads, an actual commercial airport. Iowa Western football has got it all, and they can boast about it because they've got it. They've been winning and doing it with a solid mix of Iowa guys and guys looking for their best chance. This week it's homecoming, and Independence comes to town. A boastful, trash-talking head coach and his team invade Titan Stadium, homie. We'll see if the Reivers brought their lunch pail or if they get caught up in reality TV. This is the Iowa Western Football Coaches Show. The Coach Stroh Show is on IWTV and the Reivers Sports Network. From the Iowa Western television studios on the beautiful campus of Iowa Western in Council Bluffs, this is the Coach Stroh Show. I'm Jake Ryan, joined by Reivers head football coach Scott Strohmeyer. Last season, an impressive win for the Reivers, captured and saved for in-demand viewing on Episode 1, Season 3 of Last Chance U on Netflix. Coach, your counterpart this week saying that it was the cameras that beat them 70-21. They could have played a high school team and lost that week. No credit where credit's due when it comes to a little bit of delusion going on. So you guys watched that episode. Obviously, it came out in July. The golf outing was going on. And how good did it feel to see the coaches of the opposing team say the things they did, the players of the opposing team say the things they did, and then for you guys to know exactly what the result was, which is an ass whooping?
Well, I mean, to hear, I was shocked, honestly, when I watched it, and I know there's motivation and there's things that you're trying to do, but a lot of those things and to go into a program that has had some success and say those things, I don't know if that's probably the right thing to say, but we didn't know all those things prior to playing them, and it was really neat after, though, for sure, when we got to see what they said and then what type of beating we put on them.
Well, you've got the same type of conversations going on, I'm sure, this year, and not only that, but the cameras are coming to Council Bluffs. They wanted to get inside your program a little bit, check out what you had going on. Homecoming week, there was a lot going on for the Reivers. What did you guys do extra to keep your team focused?
You know, I just started it on Sunday, with meetings of just kind of explaining to them, obviously, homecoming and the activities that we have. And ultimately, the last event in homecoming is the football game, and that we want to make sure that we're focused for that, and our goals are still ahead of us. And then I broke the news to them that, Netflix was coming, and honestly, I thought there was going to be an uproar, not an uproar, but I mean excitement, and but it was almost dead silence. Like, oh my gosh, it's going to come here, because they see some of the I guess the players on the show and what what people perceive them as now, and so I think it maybe opened up some of our guys' eyes, and I thought our guys handled it extremely well.
All right, well, let's check out the highlights from the first half. 15 for the Reivers, and they come out finally on the home field. Independence, 6 home games this year, only 4 away. You guys are split 5-5, and the brunt of it will come in the second half. You guys go with a little razzle-dazzle to start things off. Michael Zachary gets the pitch, and he gets a nice run for a first down for the Reivers.
Well, it was good. We get, the second play of the game, we get ourselves in position, we're driving, and get a couple first downs. That's always good to start the game.
Nick Singleton, he is quietly amassed nearly 500 yards receiving. Here's a handoff to Gayflor Flomo, the running back. Independence sniffed it out. You guys get a turnover on downs on that first drive. And then, Chase Hildreth and the Independence Pirate offense, they got it going here on this first drive.
They did. They came out. I thought, their game plan was good. And we had to make some adjustments. And they got us on the fourth down play. And here, like I said, they're attacking us pretty good.
So that is Dean, their new tailback. He just played for the first time last week. And he's a load, that's for sure. Gets into the end zone here, puts the Pirates up 6-0. They add the extra point for the 7-zip lead.
Yeah, we haven't seen that a lot where someone can drive the field on us. But like I said, we had to make some adjustments, and I think our guys, they did some things differently than what we were preparing for.
TJ Starks, you see working hard for no gain, but he gets back to the line of scrimmage. You finally end up having to kick it away, and it's Independence again with a chance to go up more than one score. And good news, you got Willie O'Hara back there. He sniffs out the play, comes up with the INT just past the line of scrimmage.
Well, it was like the 4th time they ran that play in two series, so Willie did a good job of getting there.
Michael Zachary, he's done all right for himself this season. Gets a catch. He's had a run and a catch. Nearly takes the handoff there. TJ Starks pushing forward, gets a little bit of a bump on the back, hangs onto the football. I thought that was very important. And then the field goal from Hunter Pinniger puts you on the board. 7-3 Independence at that point.
It's good. I thought we got in the end zone the play before, but to settle it and at least get points, I think, is huge.
Hildreth a little off balance, throws an incomplete pass. And then, Independence looks like they're going to go with the wide receiver pass. Instead, it's a loss. There he is again, number 51, Willie O'Hara.
Yeah, well, you know they're going to come out with some trickery, and it was really good that we stayed home.
How about Nick Singleton and Javante Richardson blocking to the outside for Michael Zachary, and then Starks down the field, and then Michael Zachary so fast the cameras almost missed it, his first touchdown of the day.
You know, that play's been good to us, and they blitz us, and you put one-on-one against number one is, you know, we'll take that matchup all the time.
Missed extra point, and the Reivers go back on defense with a 2-point lead, 9-7. Handoff, and the Reivers defensive line and the linebackers, especially Jabari Myers right there, standing Dean up, bending him backwards, and putting him down. I thought after the initial success he had, the Reivers really did a good job. Your dark side defense was right there.
Well, and I think our staff did a nice job of making a few adjustments and just seeing how they were going to try to attack us.
Milton Sargba, you see him getting a good rip, and then back to Michael Zachary. What a run for Zachary down the sideline and flung down out of bounds.
I think we got a 15-yarder at the end of that one as well.
Handoff to Sargba. Good to see him get a little bit of movement and finally finding a hole. Early in the season, it looked like every time he hit the hole, he was going down, and that time he just goes right through the middle for his first touchdown of the season.
You know, he's had a couple good days or weeks of practice and kind of coming back into his own that we had when we had him the first game.
Gerard Alton, a nice tackle on the outside. Willie O'Hara right there. Even though it's a catch, they force a short gain, and then that's the kind of run I was talking about earlier in the season where Sargba went down in the backfield. But I tell you what, he has found some openings and had some success as he's gotten a little bit healthier as this year's gone on.
For sure, and just getting more comfortable, you know, with the style of offense he played in high school to what we play.
Chase Hildreth, nice strike down the sideline, and Indy is within striking distance, 1st and goal. They will go to work, and guess what? Another touchdown for Dean, and back in front as the Reivers hanging on to a 2-point lead. At that point, 16-14, and then Nick Singleton. This reminded me of East Mississippi. That poke away where you get a huge gain. It happened to Alex Reed, happens to Singleton there. And then on the way back, it's a illegal, I believe, a chop against the Reivers, so they get 15 yards more out of it on what's quite a lengthy return.
Yeah.
And they'll move into Reaver territory on that fumble.
Well, you know, I mean, we got to put those away, and we have an opportunity, you know, to get a big gain, and we lose it. And I mean, here we are right for that. We're only up by 2, and they're pressing us.
The Reivers holding strong. Jamari McDonald on one side, Daniel Isom on the other. You get it back, throw to the outside, and a good push again by Michael Zachary. He had 314 total yards on the day as far as the all-purpose yards, and a heck of an interception there for Independence.
Yeah, just a little miscommunication there. You know, he's got an option to do 2 things, and quarterback thought one, and Michael thought the other.
So at halftime, you're up 2 points, and I'll tell you what, Independence looking like the new kids on the block. They were hanging tough, and of course, there's videos on YouTube for those of you that that line was lost on. Slim lead, Reivers making adjustments. We'll see what the second half wrought when we come back. This is the Coach Stroh Show right here on Iowa Western Television and the Reivers Sports Network.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving, the ultimate party foul.
What if you could invest in the future? The future of kids, like a stock. Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change. A whole new kind of investment called Better Futures. When you invest, it helps kids go to college. Believe in us, invest in us, watch us grow. My name is Sydney, and I'm your dividend.
From the IWTV studios, I'm Jake Ryan, along with the head coach of the Iowa Western Reivers, head coach Scott Stroh. They had sliced the lead. Coach, what did you feel that you and your team did well in the first half, and what did you feel that needed adjustments with the 16-14 lead?
Well, I thought defensively really responded after the opening drive. You know, they made some adjustments. Then really after that, they got the one play where we got caught peeking in the backfield, and they got the long pass. So really, they had the first drive and then one play. So I thought we made some decent adjustments there. And then offensively, it went. You know, we got to take care of the football. That's probably the biggest thing. Like we got opportunities, and but again, two really good teams going at it. We knew it wasn't going to be easy. And my biggest thing was you give a team like that life, and you're going to be in for a four-quarter battle. But if you can put them away, you can see what can happen.
That's a familiar line. Let's check out the second half highlights from Iowa Western and Independence. Second half starts 16-14. Landon getting knocked down, but popping back up, and that's exactly what the Reivers do in the second half. Hildreth going to work, but right there, 3 tacklers around him. And then Rodney Owens and the Reivers, well, guess what? Nearly an INT for Willie O'Hara as he bangs his helmet, and then a great stop in the backfield for Morris Joseph on their top tailback.
And that was huge because you get a 3-and-out right out of the half, right out of the gate. We get a big third down completion here.
TJ Starks, and we talked about it. That's a wrestling move when Michael makes catches like that, isn't it? Where you're popping up off the mat off a knee. Unfortunately, once you pop up and make that catch on the knee, that's as far as you're going.
Yeah.
Sargba, again, tough run to the outside.
It was good, you know, breaking some tackles and just kind of getting into a groove here.
Nice run up the middle for Milton. Again, the freshman. Here's a jet sweep to Michael Zachary all the way to the end zone. You can't stop the 149 runner-up, can you?
No.
You got to take him at the feet.
You do, and he's got such great balance, and you know he's strong, and we just are trying to find ways to get him the ball.
Inside option pitch from Hildreth to Dean there, and now they'll look for it again. Thought about it, and now too late. Reivers converge. Willie O'Hara's there again. They'll punt it away. And where does it end up? Right in the hands of Michael Zachary. In traffic, he tells you, Coach, I don't fair catch. And right there, I thought he was going to rip this one for 6. He does end up getting caught on the far sideline, but what a return for Michael Zachary.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you know, I mean, that's why you let a guy like that back there, and he can catch anyone he wants to. You know, we lost one last week, but hey, that's, of all the times he's made big runs, is huge.
Here is a field goal missed by Penninger, but a roughing the kicker penalty. So you guys get it back. TJ Stark says, okay, I'll take that. Gets inside. 1st and goal for the Reivers. And why not punch it in, TJ? He goes to the end zone. Another score for your quarterback. He's really taken a solid leadership role as the season's gone on.
Yeah, he's really coming into his own. I mean, I think, like I said, I said it last week, the game's slowing down and, you know, understands what we're trying to do each week.
We thought he was in before in the first half when he had to settle for that field goal, and they said he was down at the goal line, so he ended up settling for 3 this time. He makes no doubts about it, punches it in, and the Reivers back to the dark side, trying to smother Independence. Nearly another pick as Corey Hernandez pops that ball in the air and thought maybe he could have gotten to it. Another toss down the sideline, and this, yeah, they ruled it an interception, but you can see that McNary's foot was down before he pitched the ball out of his hands, so it's making the Twitter rounds, but again, he's down. It's incomplete, and you guys should have kept the ball. As it is, Independence will get out on the offense, and the Reivers on the defense. Well, they're there as well. Chester Graves making the stop.
Yeah, I mean, the turnover, I mean, those are the things, a lot of games, that's what's swaying the change in momentum, and that defense did a good job really did a good job all day of sudden changes, doing well.
Simeon Gatling making the tackle to turn the ball over, and then the Reivers get back out at it. I thought Jason Harrison found himself open a couple times. You saw him frustrated that he slipped when he made that catch.
Well, it was a kind of a mix of we drew it up on the sidelines, and it was a big 4th down completion there, but drew it up on the sidelines, and TJ looked the wrong way to start. Marcel
Barbie's lone reception on the day, and then to the end zone, there's Michael Zachary just over the defense. And what a catch, what a throw from TJ right over the outstretched arm of the defender.
We've really been telling him, like, we got to give the receivers, and we got some playmakers there, just give them an opportunity to make a catch, and he's really been doing a good job of that.
So back onto the offense, the Pirates go. They'll have to punt from their own end zone. What do you think? Not as much pressure this time, but he rips off another good return. Michael Zachary, just change of direction, and it's amazing what he can just keep doing. There's initial contact. How about 15 more yards after that?
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. It's fun to watch.
Here's Clay into the end zone. There's Jason Harrison Jason coming in had negative yards receiving on the year. Now he's positive and's got a score on the board.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, he does such a good job blocking and, maybe not getting the opportunities, but he took advantage of his two opportunities today.
And finally getting a chance. Here's a throw down. Nice catch in the end zone from their wide receiver. I believe that was Raekwon Heath that made that catch, and then victory formation for the Reivers. You guys practice victory formation a lot? I know that they do that with some teams.
We do. We usually on Fridays or Thursdays we do the victory formation, and then we end it with they're all coming to the field like we win. So yeah, we do practice it.
Okay. Well, offense clicking, defense dominating. What are your thoughts on the game when it all played out? First time in 110 games that the opposing coach has made it known that he wasn't happy and was dismissed from the field. I know there's a lot of distractions. The cameras, the tents on the far side, the production. They know what they're doing as far as the production goes. And Last Chance U, obviously, you saw how hard they work. There's not enough drama in Council Bluffs, is there, for them?
No, I don't think so. I think they found that out on Friday practice, that it was not near as exciting filming us as it might be at the other schools, but. I thought our kids really handled it extremely well. You never know, but I thought we did a good job of talking to them that we're not going to let this be a distraction. And outside of maybe a couple situations that, where our guys might have bought into the camera in front of them, but other than that, I thought they did a really good job.
How do you feel like your offense is coming along? Let's talk about the football, 6-1, and the offense has played really well the last 3 games.
Yeah, they have, and hopefully that's a sign that we continue to improve. Because we got some tough opponents ahead. But again, it takes a little bit of time. We have so many newcomers, and sometimes it's faster than others. But we were fortunate enough to win some games. Obviously, the one we lost, I didn't think we played great offensively, but we're making progress and trying to find our identity too, and see what our players can do.
Well, as long as that defense continues to keep you in games, you guys will get your chances.
We'll be all right.
All right. The offense clicking, defense dominating. Another solid win for the Reivers in the books. When we come back, the Stroh Show continues with one of the 4 Musketeers. Safety Corey Hernandez joins Brent Pentecost. When we come back, this is the Iowa Western Football Coaches Show. You're watching it on the Reivers Sports Network.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education? What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else?
Or will you dare do something different?
Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills.
The smarts?
Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget.
That'd be cool.
Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
Papa!
From the studios of Iowa Western Television, this is the Coach Stroh Show. I'm Brent Pentecost. While the offense has been humming along nicely, the defense has been a steady constant for the Reivers this season. It all starts up front with the Reivers' deep defensive line, and as far as the last line of defense goes, well, that's where today's guest comes in. Redshirt freshman safety, Corey Hernandez. Corey, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Big win for you guys last week. Good old Last Chance U comes to town, and you guys decided to put the whooping on them.
Yeah.
What was it like being out there?
It felt kind of funny because all the cameras was everywhere, all in our locker room and stuff. But after we started playing, we forgot about it and started to take care of business.
Just back to normal.
Yeah.
So what's it been like for you? Obviously, grew up Georgia, went to Arkansas, transferred up here. What's it been like, the little journey from south to a little bit north here in Iowa?
Yeah. It's definitely been different. The weather has been crazy. I never seen snow in October before. The people are kind of different. You know, down south, a lot of people got accents and stuff like that. Everybody kind of straightforward with it up here, I guess you could say that. But other than that, it's really the drop. It's not really a big drop off. I always been around good people, and it's good people here in Iowa.
It's good to hear. It's good to hear. So far this year, averaging a little bit over 5 tackles a game. This past game, you had 3 tackles total, 1 solo, 2 assists, and then a pass breakup. Been a great season so far statistically for you. What's it been like, and how have you felt about your season?
I think my season been a pretty good season so far. I feel like I still haven't displayed a lot of my abilities yet. But as far as the first beginning of the season, I think I got off on a good foot.
So it seems like you always have a kind of a nose for the ball. 3 turnovers so far this year, 2 forced fumbles, an interception. Is that something that's always been something with you, especially dating back to your high school days?
Yeah, that's kind of my game. I think that's what I do best is get the ball back for the offense. Since I was younger, I always been the type of guy that always be picking up fumbles that's been on the ground and stuff like that. I don't know what they call it. I guess I'm kind of lucky.
So another little small thing we had, the coaches have kind of called you guys as defensive back. You guys for the 4 Musketeers. What's that been like, having 4 guys close like that?
This is actually the first time I ever been around a group of guys that we all share the same kind of interest and stuff like that, and all play off each other and things like that. And it's kind of cool. It's kind of feel like I'm on the Golden State Warriors if you put it like that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, we look forward to seeing you guys. Enjoy the bye week. 3 more games left to keep going.
Yeah.
Another edition of the show wraps up when we come back. For Corey Hernandez, I'm Brent Pentecost, a savant of sorts. More about the X's and O's on the Stroh Show when we come back, right after this on Iowa Western Television and the Reivers Sports Network.
It's me, Artie. Come see what I collected from the Creative Galaxy in my idea box.
Transform your world.
Will you help me make art?
Before you throw it away,
Hey, I have an idea.
think outside the box.
Go be amazing!
Give your cardboard box another life. Recycle.
Hi. You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home just in case. Why would you do that?
Probably okay isn't okay. Call a cab, a car, or a friend.
Good choice.
We cannot be bystanders.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
We can warn someone when their drink isn't safe.
And disrupt the situation.
We can.
Get someone the cab.
Or walk them home safely.
We can make campuses safer for our friends.
Our roommates.
Our classmates. Our fellow human beings.
We cannot be bystanders.
We can. Intervene.
It's on us.
All of us.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.
Drop that baby.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
From Council Bluffs, Iowa, and the studios of IWTV, this is the Coach Stroh Show. Jake Ryan and the head coach, Scott Strohmeyer, back in the studios. Coach, now that Last Chance U is in the rear view, homecoming is in the rear view, you've got a week to kind of get caught up, the bye week. But 3 tough games remaining in the regular season, and it starts with Fort Scott on the 27th. That is obviously a very important game to take care of business, as are the next 3 games that you've got. 1-0 every week, and you know that the Greyhounds will be ready for the Iowa Western Reivers. There's no downtime as the head coach of the Iowa Western Reivers, is there?
No, there's not really. We'll take this one to kind of get healthy, but we know Fort Scott's going to have a little bit of incentive to come in here, obviously for many reasons. But one, them struggling and they got a tough Butler game, so they got to worry about that one this week. But they'll be ready to go when they come to town, and they got a good offense, and our defense will have to be ready to go. And but at the same time, we didn't handle the bye week extremely well last time. But we've told them from that point forward, we got to take it 1 week at a time, and that's all we can focus on. And Fort Scott's, I don't care what their record is, they're as important as it was against Independence as it wasn't before that. So each game gets a little bit, put a little bit more stock. We climb a step each one.
Do you do anything differently this bye week than the previous bye week? And it's been a while since you've had 2 bye weeks in a single season, and now you've got 2. So how do you handle that extra time off? Obviously, you need it because of the grind of the schedule, but also, would you rather be playing a game this week?
Sometimes when you get into a groove, you like to stay in that groove, but I'm changing it up. We're not doing near as much as we did last bye week, and for part of it's just the weather that we've dealt with on Monday, Tuesday, or Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. But we'll practice Wednesday. I'm going to give them a weekend, and really coaches are going to do a little bit of recruiting, and then we're going to hit it out like a normal week. So we're not going to add a whole bunch more. I really want them to rest up for this stretch run. I mean, there's going to be 3 battles coming up, and so I want to be as rested as we possibly can be.
All right, Coach. Well, you get rested, and hopefully we're talking to you after a victory next time.
That's the plan.
Head coach Scott Strohmeyer. Lots to look forward to when the Reivers resume play on the 27th. It'll be the chili cookout game and the pink out as well as Fort Scott comes to town. The chili cook-off will start at 11 o'clock in the morning out at the Tailgate Village. Come early. Make sure you guarantee yourself a sample of each. Remember that this is a fundraiser for the Culinary Club at Iowa Western. $5 gets you a taste of each and a bowl of your favorite, and that, of course, is your vote. When you get that bowl, that's you casting your vote, and it's very important to be a voter in these times. We'll announce the winner of our chili cook-off at halftime. Kickoff comes to you from Titan Stadium at 1 o'clock, where the Reivers will meet the upstart Greyhounds of Fort Scott. They've got lots of reasons to come in here and try to knock off Iowa Western. We'll see the game on Reaver Vision, of course, with the link at goreivers.com, or you can dial it up on the radio if you are driving around or working in the yard. 89.7 FM is where you can find our flagship station, 89.7 The River. That's where we get our 15 seconds of fame each and every Saturday. Did I mention the Polka Police will be performing? That's right. If you have not seen the Polka Police, a chance to catch them for free at the Reaver Tailgate Village. Can't wait to see the great entertainment that they always bring. Our guest today, sophomore safety Corey Hernandez, and of course head football coach Scott Strohmeyer. For the studio production class of IWTV here at Iowa Western and Brent Pentecost, I'm the voice of the Reivers, Jake Ryan. Thanks again for tuning in, and we will talk to you next week right here on Iowa Western Television and the Reivers Sports Network. Remember to wear your blue, be loud, and go Reivers, homie.